to the item 7, the Central City Biannual report, and I believe John is here to present that.
It's Laura here, and I'm joined by John Meeker and Carolyn Bonis to present this report.
Oh, excellent.
So kia ora, my name's Laura Quaid. I'm a planner in the Urban Regeneration team. We have here the Central City Biannual report, which features key regeneration activity between July and December 2021. I'm going to run through a few key highlights if you're happy with that, and then we're happy to answer any questions.
Perfect.
On page 1 of the attachment in the city leadership section, there is information on the impact of COVID-19 on spending. We can see some obvious dips in spending, which are in line with alert level changes. However, there has been a strong rebound and ongoing growth. The Central City's biggest growth is in the non-food retail sector, which includes clothing and homewares. A strong Christmas peak also exceeds previous years, which has also partially offset the severe lockdown dips. On page 2, an update is provided on the Vacant Sites program. A key highlight is a decrease of 3.9 hectares of vacant land since January 2020. The Urban Regeneration team also partnered with the owners of 2 prominent vacant sites to transform them into usable public spaces. The large vacant site on the corner of Colombo and Hereford Streets is now well used now that the owner has upgraded the surface, and the capital program installed a few movable seats, some solar art columns and planters. On High Street, a key gap in an otherwise complete section of the street was filled with seating, planters and an artistic hoarding. On page 3, updates are provided on the Barrier Sites program. 2 sites were removed from the list. 19 sites remain on the list, but 16 of those have a strong commitment to action. Several council units worked collaboratively to enable a variety of Christmas activations, including performances in the new container stage, installations along City Mall, and the projectors around the city lit up footpaths with Christmas messages. Moving to page 6, the grant funding for city making partners enabled a range of projects to be delivered, including Understory by the Green Lab, which included 2 co-working spaces and underutilised Central City spaces. The Central City Business Association adopted their new strategic plan in October 2021. This will guide their work to meet targets for the coming year. And finally, on page 10, an update on Project 8011. This shows the progress towards 20,000 residents, with latest estimates showing a population of 8,080 residents. This is a 12% increase from 2020. With 360 homes in the pipeline, this population is expected to continue to increase. So this report is for the last 6 months, but I just want to remind you that on our webpage, we have more up-to-date information. So you can just search Central City Progress and those pages will come up and there's graphs on the latest data. So now I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, and John Meeker will help answer those questions too.
Thank you, Laura. Are there any questions? Jimmy.
Thank you, Laura. 2 questions. First one regarding to the Central City Business Association. You particularly mentioned they adopt a new strategic plan in October last year. What kind of the issues, is their concern, and also is in relation to the City Council?
John, would you like to answer that one?
Hi, thank you, Councillor. The Ccba's strategic plan is primarily focused in this first year on a marketing strategy which will connect them to their members, which reflects the fact that the new Central City Business Association targeted rates took effect from the 1st of July last year. Yeah. So there's a connection to members and those members who are now paying for the association's activities. And then they will go on to develop online resources and wider things to better promote the Central City to visitors, shoppers, and those other interests who want to come to town. So there's important activity there. There's also activity around addressing some of this antisocial behaviour issues in the middle of the Central City. there's the usual ongoing work around advocacy on key points, whether that be COVID, the stadium, the arena, and so on. Does that answer your question?
Okay, thank you. Second question is regarding to the population increase at 12% from the last year to the end of from the previous year, 2020 to last year, the end of last year. This 12% is a kind of a new residents occupied, you know, in the central city, or only the visitor increase?
So that's the actual increase.
So you mean they settle in the central city, live in there?
Yes, living in the central city, there's been a 12% increase in population.
Okay, thank you. That's my question.
Thank you, Jimmy. Are there any other questions? Right, is there someone that'd like to move this?
I'd like to
Jimmy,
move.
thank you. Sarah, second. Any debate? All those in favour?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Right, move to item 8, the Papa